Would you invite Mike Bickle to your wedding? Would you invite Mike Bickle to your wedding? It's kind of a trick question, but Adam here, I'm going to talk to you for just a bit about something that Mike Bickle did that made him seem even more innocent or more approachable, more attractive. So Mike was actually known for being someone who would go to almost any wedding he was invited to, if he was able to. And this worked great because IHOP KC was full of young people, full of young adults. So there tended to be a lot of weddings and a lot of marriages. And he was known as kind of this like Papa Mike and, oh, I love love. And he would always talk up romance and whatnot. I remember when most of the time young men would come up and like be interviewed on stage or be sharing a message. If he was introducing a speaker, he'd be like, oh, Benji, tell me something you love about your wife. Tell me, why do you like your wife? Oh, Joe, tell me what's so amazing about your wife. I mean, he would always kind of talk this up. And he had that fatherly, grandfatherly aura about him and presence. And people liked that. And it's also very smart because weddings are a happy time. And if you involve yourself when people are celebrating, they're going to have happy memories of you and they're going to think good things. Wow, weddings are great. They're a great celebration. Jesus did his first miracle at a wedding. And at the end of the Bible, we see it's all heading toward a wedding. This is wonderful, right? But if you have sinister intentions or want to hide your sinister intentions, what a great way to do it. Weddings, babies, romance, like all these things that people like, and you kind of hide behind that persona. Now, I will say that my wife and I did not invite Mike Bickle to our wedding. We didn't even think about it. I don't know the man, was never close to him, even though I was in his ministry for years, sat under many of his teachings, respected him as a teacher and leader until I found out about these various double lives and problems he had. But like many, looked up to him, respected him because he had a great name and he had influenced millions of people. But somebody asked me right after we got married, well, did you invite Mike? And I'm like, no, it didn't even occur to me. I'm not friends with him. I invited people I wanted to be there. We had a lovely wedding. And one other thing I'll point out, there's a podcast where Mike Bickle's granddaughter, one of them, is interviewed. It's on The Green Room, if you want to look it up. The Green Room is the name of the podcast. And she talks about how the family was very superficial. And she felt like she never really knew Mike, but there was hiding behind this persona. And I'm going to get into it. I'm going to post a longer video about narcissism and how some of these are classic narcissist traits. So again, there was a good appearance on the outside, but we found out problems on the inside.